It's officially day 8 and today I'm fully dedicating the day to exploring DenDen Town, an otaku's dream in Osaka. My dreaming number. I didn't go Animate cafes here, it just felt weird. If it was a butler cafe probably. If you're into anime, manga, figures, retro games or just anything nerdy, this is basically the place to be. Think of it as Osaka's version of Akihabara, packed with endless stores, arcades, gashapons and honestly, so many good finds. So first up is Jungle, and this was honestly such a good first stop. They have figures, keychains, retro toys, gunpla, trading cards and even rare second-hand collectibles. The best part about this store is that they sell both new and pre-owned items, so you can really find good deals here, or older merch that's really hard to come by. But if you're into figure hunting, this is definitely the place worth checking out. I even found a Technoman figurine here. And if you watch till the end of this video, you'll see that I actually came back here at night. The discount area is honestly a steal, and if you were paying attention, did you guys spot the Yu-Gi-Oh and Saint merch? It's actually so hard to find merch on these series, and you saw that I just found that Kuroko no Basket set, and you know I just had to grab it. Next up, Melonbooks. While I didn't stay here too long since it was less figures and more manga, it was still a pretty interesting stop. And honestly, one thing about this place is that any store you walk in will have Gashapon machines. It's literally everywhere. Next up, Lashinbang is located in the same building as Animate and Melonbooks. It's a huge second-hand anime store packed with figures, keychains, manga and rare merch, and since everything's pre-owned, you can actually find some really good deals and older collectibles you don't usually see anymore. They had these huge bins that carried a lot of discounted items. I honestly didn't have enough time to go through them, but this Lance blanket did catch my eye. So after all that browsing, we dropped off our bags and headed for our late lunch. We ended up settling for Little Fish, and honestly this was such a hidden gem. There wasn't really any foreigners there, just mostly locals. The chicken fried noodles were cooked perfectly. I've actually never had bean sprouts and noodles before since it's not that common back home, but it works so well here. Everything was lightly salted and the chicken was soft and tender. Honestly, it tasted so good, especially as it was cooked on the spot. So I got the 2 wings, hamburger and cola set. First up, those wings were fried to perfection. The meat just came right off the bone and they were still steaming hot. The hamburger was coated in toasted sesame seeds, which gave a nice crunch and aroma, but the real star of this was the chicken. It was soft, juicy, and full of flavor, and their homemade sauce definitely packed some heat. After a bit of recuperation, we headed back out for the evening. I tried my hand at this crane game because I really wanted that Bakugan keychain, but let's face it guys, I really suck at this. Gashapon on the other hand, you really can't go wrong. While I saw a lot of machines everywhere, none of the prizes really caught my eye except for this Natsume Yuchinji one that I really had to try, and thank God I did because I got Nyanko Sensei on my first pull. Even though all of them were Nyanko Sensei, I like this character design that he gave, this facial design that I got with him, so yes, I was so happy. And from that expression, I can literally picture him saying, Natsume! And basically calling out Natsume for something. But I did keep this Gashapon ball and everything, so yes, I was so happy. So like I said at the beginning, Jungle was definitely a store that needed a second visit, a third visit. And I'm so glad I went back. I actually saw more than I did earlier because you can always miss things the first time around. Like this Nyanko Sensei, I actually didn't get this because I didn't like the figurine inside. Probably if it was one of the other random ones, I would have gotten it. But I even spotted a Kenshin figurine that I actually forgot to record, and that was something I didn't notice before. And while they do carry anime merch, the second floor does carry a lot of memorabilia like from Star Wars, Gremlins, even this Back to the Future replica. I believe it was a DeLorean inside, but it was sealed so you can really tell quality or how it was looking inside. And then there's a no return for this store. And I've got to say, people always say and complain made in China means something is not authentic, it's like fake. But a lot of the merch I saw here also had made in China, while had some made in Japan. Majority was made in China. And it just goes to show it's not about where it's made, but the official licensing and the quality control behind it. So like Magic Knight Ray 8, this is such an old school series, it's not really mainstream anymore. Even stuff from Chobits and Durara, it's so hard to find merch online. But here, once you actually start looking around, you realize it's all just sitting on shelves waiting to be found. So I did pick up some rare finds that I will show in a later video. Next was K-Books. I didn't end up getting anything here, and this particular branch was more focused on smaller merch like pins, stickers, and character goods. But depending on the store, K-Books can actually have a lot more, from figures to manga and even rare second-hand items. But I was so surprised to see Utano Prince merch here. Next up, Mandarake, a massive second-hand anime store known for its vintage and rare merch. A lot of the items here are much older, but that's what makes it so interesting. You can find discontinued figures, retro anime goods, and so much more. Last stop for the night was Animate, and this is probably one of the biggest anime stores in DenDen Town. It's basically a one-stop shop for everything anime related. They've got manga, light novels, Blu-rays, Gashapon, figures, trading cards, and so much more. Unlike some of the other stores I visited, this one felt more official retail and organized, and a lot of it is what's currently tied to like current or popular anime releases. I also noticed that they do a lot of collabs and limited time merch, so there's always something new depending on when you visit. And honestly, I spend the longest time here just browsing because there's so much to look through. I was honestly taken aback when I found this section. The BL section had me going crazy. They had everything from Given to Heaven, Official's Blessing, to See You My King, to even Smyrna and Capri. I wasn't expecting such a big selection, but they really had a lot of titles all in one place. They even had merch from Bumtoon and Man Were Like 19 Days, such rare finds. One thing I noticed is that a lot of the merch here is mainly pins, keychains, and acrylic stands. Not really much in terms of jewelry or accessories like that. It's very collectible focused, so it makes sense, but it's interesting how consistent that is across most stores. I really wanted to buy some manga because there were such rare titles here, but my Japanese isn't that good and there wasn't much in English, or I believe there wasn't any. So I had to hold myself back a bit. I just admire them from their titles and from their front covers, even though there were so many titles I wanted to pick up. I really liked that there were displays dedicated to new releases with big posters and even displays. It made everything feel really alive and current, like there's always something new dropping and the hype is always changing. And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did exploring and shopping. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.